Mrs. T and I are at the Central States Coin Show, and we're about to show you some things you've probably never seen before and have some great conversations. Be sure to subscribe if you're not currently a subscriber. Hey, Russ, man, how's it going, buddy?
Going great. It's really busy here.
Yeah, I noticed. And just judging by the parking lot coming in, packed with cars that park a mile away.
That's what I've been told by a lot of people.
Interest is high. And hey, how did you score a spot right by the door over here? That's perfect.
Oh, well, you know, some guys got it, some guys don't.
Well, you've been slammed this morning. I've taken a little pause to chat with me, but what's been selling? What are people after when they walk in the door?
Man, you know, I've been doing a lot more dealer-to-dealer kind of stuff, but I've been doing a lot of business in raw U.S. coins, really collector-type stuff that true collectors are looking for. And I've been thrilled with that. I've sold some metals. I've sold a bunch of stuff. So it seems like everything is kind of interesting right now.
That's awesome. For the hobby, that's such a great thing, man.
Absolutely.
And, you know, the other question I was going to ask was about, you mentioned dealer to dealer.
Yes.
I know you and I have talked about this before, and I've talked to other friends that are coin dealers that attend shows like this. You guys live for that stuff, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, coin shows really are as much fun as they are for the public. For dealers, most of our business really gets done in the first day or two of a major coin show. And it's a lot of dealer-to-dealer business. You'll see a lot of guys going up to hotel rooms, a lot of guys just pouring over boxes and things, because that's really where, you know, we're all in the same room finally, and we can all look at things, and we don't have to worry about shipping and all those things.
Yeah.
So.
And you're looking at it with your eye and a loop and not on a computer screen.
Exactly.
And you get the real McCoy in your hand.
Exactly.
So what is that? When does it start? Like this show, for instance.
A lot of bits. So
the first part of it's not open to the public, correct?
Yes. So there's a thing called a PNG Day. You have to be a member of the Professional Numismatists Guild. Okay. And it usually costs a pretty decent amount of money. So that is very much a very high-end dealer-to-dealer kind of a day. Okay. And then...
Was that like Wednesday?
That's Wednesday. Okay. And then Thursday they open up to the public. So really but early bird hours usually start an hour before the public gets in. Yeah. And so a lot of people will buy early bird passes to get in when dealers get in. And then, like I said, really that first couple hours of a show is when you do a lot of your business and when you find out how good that show is going to be.
Right. Speaking of shows, you and I are fellow Coin Club members, and we have a show coming up, so let's do a little shout out for our show coming up.
We do, May the 25th at St. Matthias in Crown Point, Indiana. You should be there. It's going to be a great time.
I'll be there, and so will a bunch of our fellow club members.
That's right.
That is a jam-packed show as well.
Yes, it is.
As far as small show scales go.
But it's a great small show, and you should always check out small shows because that's what keeps the hobby really going, and shows like this able to keep going.
Yeah. Hey, I missed our last Coin Club meeting, but you brought something really cool, and you brought it here, and I'd like to show my audience.
I did. I bought this dollar. This is an 84S commemorative dollar. Okay. In Proof 68. On its own, it's about a $30 coin. Okay. The real interesting part, though, is what happens when you turn it over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Look at those colors. Even with the artificial light, it's very obvious that this is just a beautiful rainbow toner.
It is absolutely one of the most interesting toned coins I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's unique.
It is just perfect. It was in the foam when I pulled it out. That's the kind of thing I usually buy for about $15, and then I wholesale for $18. And when I was pulling it out, it had slipped out of the case at some point and was laying on the foam. And so that is complete natural toning. We sent it in, they 68'd it, which we figured they would, and I've dubbed it Phoenix Rising because the eagle looks like it is on fire, and I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I agree with you, my friend, and what a cool piece. And hey man, I just got here. I'm gonna put a little dent. I see a Mexican flag way over there. Yeah. I'm gonna go look for some Libertads, maybe get lucky and find a key date, and in the meantime, I'll catch you later, and hopefully we'll see you back again soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thanks, buddy.
Always.
All right. Root River Mint. Sir, I didn't catch your name.
Joe Paonessa.
T. Nice to meet you.
You too.
And, something you have in front of you here really caught my eye. and I was hoping you could talk to my viewers and tell them a little bit about what you do. Do you carve those yourself?
I do. I am a hobo nickel carver. I am America's greatest left-handed hobo nickel carver. Because there's only 2 others, and they gave me permission to have it this week.
I like it. And so how did you get into that?
I've collected coins since I was a kid, and I remembered seeing them. And about 20 years ago or so, I saw a web page on how to carve your own, and I decided to make a couple. And I showed it to some people, and they said, "Do you sell those?" And it just went from there.
Very cool. And what kind? You use machinery?
I have hand tools right here.
Okay.
This is an engraver's ball, standard tool that a professional engraver would use, and I modified it to hold a nickel. And then I use hammer and chisel tools and a hand graver.
Wow.
And these are the tools, the basic tools for making a hobo nickel.
Okay, so we're not talking about computer programs or anything.
Nope. Everyone is unique.
Okay. Wow. Are you doing one now, or
this is
during
one
the
that I
course
just
of the
started
show?
for the show. This is just something. When I have a few minutes, I'll come over and work on it. I've just cut the outline of his hat and a mustache and his collar.
Okay.
Into a regular buffalo nickel.
I see.
That's the Indian head side.
And so this is the kit. You even sell the kits?
Yes, I do.
I'll put your information down on the video description.
All right.
So if anybody wants to find you.
Sounds good.
And you've got a nice display here.
Thank you.
I hate to ask and put you on the spot, but would you mind like working on that a little bit so I could? I'm having a hard time imagining even what that looks like, to be honest with you.
All right. There's okay. Grab one more tool.
Sure.
Okay, the basic tools, for me, I prefer hammer and chisel engraving. That's how I was taught.
Okay.
So I'm going to set up one of my chisel with a little different point.
And who taught you? Is there someone local or?
I just from watching the one website I looked at 20 years ago, and then I found some other people doing it online. And I contacted one that lived a couple hours north of me. And it turns out he was also a professional engraver who worked for Metalcraft Mint. So he taught me how to carve hobo nickels and how to engrave dies, one of my other hobbies.
That's fascinating.
So the kit that I'm selling has a cheap plug here. Has 3 different heads, 3 different points for cutting. When it's in the chisel, I have to get my geek goggles. And it's just a matter of, like right now, I've got the outline of everything. So I would start removing the braid from the Indian. And when you remove the metal, it's effectively raising the other metal around it. Really? So if it just the way it looks.
Yeah.
So if I take his braid and I remove it, and then part of his neck as well, then that makes the collar that much higher. If I don't remove when I don't remove that metal.
That is really fascinating. There's one coin shop that I go to where the owner sells hobo nickels, and I bought one because I think they're so cool, but I just couldn't imagine what the process looked like. And thanks for sharing and showing my audience. And who knows, you might just have gotten a few more people interested in that area. How many of you folks are there? There's 3 lefties.
That's a very old number. There's probably a few more than 3 now.
But there can't be more than 100 guys in the country doing this, I wouldn't imagine.
It depends on, there are people that start and stop. If you look on eBay, there's a lot of people that you can tell they're just brand new at it. And there are even professional engravers that are getting literally thousands of dollars a piece for a nickel that costs 50 cents.
Wow. Well, thanks for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Cool. Andy, how's it going, buddy?
Doing good.
Have you caught any thieves yet?
No, not here. We've been watching very carefully, and security here is pretty good. So there hasn't been any ruckus or any thieves that we know of getting caught.
That's good.
So,
this is a nice operation they put on once a year, and
it is. It's been really good attendance. Yesterday was so packed you couldn't hardly move through the aisles to start with. Today it's down a little bit, but it's not so bad.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens tomorrow when everyone's off work. I think it's going to be really, really busy again.
How'd you do on the dealer to dealer?
Dealer to dealer was just very, very, very active.
Uh-huh.
So people have been selling a lot of coins, and people are interested. This is really the last big show before the summer, and so a lot of dealers are looking to buy right now.
Oh.
And so dealer to dealer business was very, very busy.
That would make sense. And you've got a friend here to your right.
Yep, this is my friend Richard Shornack. He's from Virginia. He's just hanging out here at the table.
Hi there, Richard.
How you doing?
And so Andy and I were just talking dealer to dealer. You are a dealer?
I'm a dealer out of Virginia, and I'm invited by Andrew River here to come and sit at his table. So we've done a lot of transactions. I flew in from Virginia yesterday morning. I'm flying out today, and I came just to purchase coins so that I can make them available at our website on integritycoinstore.com. And
was it a successful trip?
Oh,
Did you
extremely.
find some good stuff?
I bought some real nice coins.
Do you specialize in any particular area?
We don't have. Our specialty is selling coins. So we are unique in a store in that we offer everything from 25-cent coins up to tens of thousands of dollar coins.
Got it. Well,
large selection of silver and gold.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
You said you're out of Virginia?
I'm out of our stores in Paonessa, Virginia.
If I'm ever out that way, I'll make sure to look you up.
I appreciate that.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye-bye.
A sea of people here at this show, and I run into a couple of my favorite numismatists.
Well, hello.
How's it going, guys?
How you doing, T?
This is so weird. First time I've had both of you on camera at the same time.
Yeah, I know.
Together, in person.
We are rarely in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
That's true.
So for those of you who don't know, Mike Noodle, everybody knows Mike, but your pseudonym, Noodle,
Yes.
in the chat, guys.
Yes.
So Mike is here
The nudes.
representing
I hide.
Harlan J. Burke and wandering around quite a bit, I see.
And it's enjoy.
Yeah. Matt, how's the show going, man?
Oh man, we have been absolutely just getting slammed. It's been busy.
Man, so good for the hobby.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love it.
Our table's been slammed too. It's just wall-to-wall business. It's
And
great.
you know,
Yeah.
the one thing I noticed, I just got done dealing with younger guys. There have been a bunch of young guys running around here.
Nice.
I love it.
Love to hear
the new
that.
generation is coming up.
I bought
Yeah.
a coin from a 15-year-old kid a little while ago.
There you go.
Not only coins you're buying, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm buying all sorts of stuff.
Like $2,400 worth of what?
So I might have, you guys know about my new project, the history bags. I might have bought some meteorites and some dinosaur teeth the other day, just for funsies, you know?
Hey, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Give the people what they want, man.
I'm making things that I would like, and if people just happen to like them, well, then that's all the better.
Perfect. So on my video, it seemed to be a good response, and
Yeah.
now since then, you've been selling a ton of those?
Yeah, I have. We have been selling the heck out of them. The dealers love them. The customers, I've sold a bunch out of the case today to folks. It really is getting a kind of a life of its own, and I like it.
Oh,
So
it's becoming a thing, huh?
I guess so. Every once in a while, Matt has a good idea.
All right. Well, Mike said there's a screw press behind you guys, a
Yeah.
few aisles over. I got to go see that screw
You
press.
need to.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, fellas. I appreciate the time.
Always a pleasure.
Any time for you, pal.
So I came back around, and you have two different machines here.
Yes, I do.
And I'd really love to see what's going on here.
Okay. Well, this press is the actual coining press. This is called a rocker press. It would have been used in the 17th century. The reason it's called a rocker press is because the dies are in the form of a couple of rockers.
Oh, okay.
And you rotate on these two shafts.
Wow.
Like that. Now, to make the blanks for this actually works in the opposite form of a penny press. Where a penny press takes a round coin and makes it an oval, this takes an oval blank and turns it into a round coin. And for that, we're using a small screw press to make the blanks. So I have a sheet of pewter here, which is a tin-based metal.
Okay.
I'll slide it in, rotate this.
Wow. That's
and
pretty easy.
Knock the blanks out like that, and here they fall through into a box down here.
Oh.
So we have an oval piece of pewter. Now, the reason we don't use this to make the coins is because a flat die has to do all the force at once. The whole design has to transfer at once.
Okay.
And this press would only make about a dime-sized coin.
Ah.
This press works on a principle with the rockers like that. They roll across from each other, so they're only forcing the coin at one point in the rotation.
Ah.
So it takes the oval blank and it will stretch it in this direction while it goes through the dies, and then impart the round design on it after it's stretched through.
What time period did you mention?
This would have been the mid to late 17th century. So
Got to get a little leverage with that bar, huh?
Yep. And the particular piece is a copy of a pine tree shilling, which was made in Massachusetts in the 1650s. So it's placed in here, and the arm is pulled, drops out a finished coin.
Wow, let's take a look here. I'll be darned.
And the coin has a slight curve to it, which is a byproduct of the dies. If the dies aren't perfectly set up, you can get a curve, but if they are set up more efficiently, unfortunately, you will get a flatter coin. And you'll also notice there's some striations, lines going across the side.
Okay.
And that's another fault of the way the press works. If the dies aren't perfectly aligned, you can get a little bit of rocking action while it goes through.
Got it. Very educational. And hey, thank you once again.
My pleasure.
For I can't wait to see what other tools you have out here next time I pass by. But thank you, Joe.
Great.
A special thank you also goes to these channel members who support my efforts to bring you videos just like this one. Now let me show you what I purchased, but thank you for watching. Now here we go. I got some Morgan dollars, and I'll tell you what, these are from my personal collection. I love my rattlers. There's a Morgan, there's a Merc with MS65 full bands, and pretty good price on that. Met a guy who is very passionate about the rattlers, and he had quite a few for me to choose from. And look at these. These are like Lincoln pop-outs. These were made by an artist who pops these out. It's all one piece. Lincoln sent, and how he does it is quite a mystery, but they look cool. And of course, Dos Reales. The Dos Reales is a little bit harder to find than the 8 Reals. And I'll tell you what, all in all, it was a great trip. And if you'd like to see more, take a look at the videos I have queued up right here for you to choose from. Thanks for watching.